Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is Artist Spotlight. You could think about this as an extension of Web3 Magic Podcast and the X Spaces and Farhouse Spaces we are doing with Jadas with artists who have wonderful art. And we decided to add a video to this. So today I'm with Millie. She is basically Anon, so you can't see her face, but you will see her art very soon. Welcome, Millie.
Hi, BFG. Thank you so much for having me here, and thank you so much for the space that day. It's um, it's really nice to, you know, uh, be able to talk about my work and my journey and stuff in depth, which you did.
Very cool.
So,
So let's jump into it. So you guys will see 4 selected works from Millie. She will tell you a short story about each, and then I'll show you the brief run out through the rest of her work, which is mostly sold out. And I'll provide you with all the links you may need. So Millie, this is a black and white face, which kind of looks like AI art. I guess it's not.
no, absolutely not AI. This is actually it's a church which is very special to me. Although I'm not a Catholic and stuff, I believe in all gods, but it's my happy place. And there was this time when I was going through a lot of depression and anxiety, and I went to this place one day, and it just started to mentally and spiritually heal me. So I don't look at it as a religious place. I just look at it as my happy place, and it has a lot of positive vibes there. I try to go there at least once a month, and I
Oh.
spend some time there. And why is this? The piece is also very special to me because my one of my best friends from X, who is and who does not believe in God, basically collected the piece because he immediately connected with it.
Hmm. Interesting. It's actually a very beautiful picture. I like black and white. We don't see black and white very often, but this is nice. And I would never guess it's actually in Mumbai. So very cool
Yeah,
story.
a lot of people have thought that it's Rome or Florence or something, but this is in Mumbai, and it's a lovely place. Even in the night, it gets lit up. During Christmas, it gets lit up. It's
Hmm.
just beautiful.
Basically, I can see you guys have everything in Mumbai. Wonderful. Let's jump into Spice Girl because this was a picture which I actually remember you by. Because I think it was one of the first pictures I actually saw from you. Oh,
Yeah, so this is
and
from
it's
my
lovely.
thank you. It's from my Working Hands collection. So it's basically a collection of street workers across the city. And I've just highlighted their hands with their tools. So interestingly, this lady is the only one whose story I don't know, whose face I haven't seen, because her face was covered by her outfit. Her husband was
Mhm.
sitting a few um, just a little close by, and he did not allow her to even lift her dress, her sari that was covering her face. And she was just working away while I was shooting. She did not move. My eyes, with all the chili around, was watering. My face got red and puffy. I couldn't bear to stand there. And, there was a humongous pile of chilies around. But she was just
Mhm.
relentlessly, doing her work. And I was absolutely fascinated by her dedication.
Yeah, well, I love the red color. I can imagine it must be a little bit spicy around there, and I wouldn't really volunteer for cutting things like this on chili side, but the picture is awesome. Let's jump into Jimmy Choo because I'm sure there is a story there, and I always love people who can do shoes.
This is one of my favorite working hands pictures. It was also showcased in NYC, NFT NYC.
Oh, congratulations.
So this was a cobbler, and they have like a very, very small stall. There's no door, nothing. They
Hmm.
just sit on the ground. There is a thatch over their head, and all their tools are just hanging. And he was fixing this shoe. I was, just the texture of his hands, all the grease and polish on his hands. I was, it's very interesting to, I never realized till I started doing this how interesting hands can be. They hold so many stories. And yeah, it's just, for me, I love this piece. I'm
Yeah, I
bullish on
think
myself.
bullish on yourself, very good. That's what you should be. I think working hands have stories. Now, I'm not sure if you can call these working hands because they only type pretty much. But working hands always. And what about this one? The text and the city. Is it
Yeah,
you standing
this
there?
No, no, no. It's some girl. I think she was stood up by her boyfriend or something. I don't know. But this was when I was in Paris, and um, you as a street photographer, I shoot around. I don't think so much. When I finally got down to the editing of it, I tried something different, which was this kind of cyberpunkish edit. And
Mhm.
I did a couple of them. There was actually one that I really loved, which was more like very pinkish, and I thought I would, put that out. But then I got to this and realized this is a little more raw, and it just shows the light of the cafe in a better way. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
no,
actually
I
do.
love it.
I love the composition of this picture.
Yeah, composition is perfect. It looked a little. It looks even a little bit staged, maybe. But I'll take
Ah,
your word for it that it was the moment. So text in a city, and this one is on Soul. Surprise. So let me guys show you the link tree from Milibooo. We actually laughed about it because I don't like link trees. There are too many links usually.
there is one more
But
link I had sent you.
oh, did you?
Yeah,
And
I
I
did.
chose to ignore it.
Oh, you
Probably.
did?
Let me
Okay.
see. This one, I definitely want to show this one. The unpretty is obviously a staple.
It is, from the time I actually shot this to the time I released it, I took about 7, 8 months because I didn't have the confidence to put it out. Um,
Mm.
it's a
Because of the
it,
finger or because it's you?
uh, everything,
Both.
the story, the finger,
Mm.
whatever, it's, it was extremely,
But it turned out very well, I have to tell you.
but I'm actually,
I
when I put it
haven't
out
heard
and
about that.
when I actually
Oh,
put it out and just the way people reacted to it, I think it just, it gave me a little bit of validation that I probably needed. Mainly also the story is very hardcore. It's got a lot of truth in it, a lot of reality in it. And yeah,
so
it's
here is
taken me
the.
actually a lot to do this.
You see, guys? So I'll put the links in and you can go through the story. The story is actually very cool. But, it hits differently depending on where you are, I guess, in your life. What's your life experience? But I haven't met anybody who wouldn't like this photo, honestly. I think
Oh,
everyone who's seen
I've
it.
been called out on it. I've had
Oh,
girls, in fact, comment things like, "You're a bad girl, you're a naughty girl," and I don't like that because this is not a joke. This is, for me, this is
hmm.
putting a soul out. Putting my heart out, and without understanding a piece. When people say stuff like that, it hurts. It feels like a bit crappy.
Yeah,
But
but yeah,
as
I
the
think,
finger suggests, I really don't give a shit. So
yeah,
you
you
know,
just said it. If you don't understand the piece, then, the critique is not really 100% valid.
yeah, and
Um,
people are going to say what they're going to say, and I think that kind of makes me rest my case about the story. That name calling, people saying
Okay,
things. It's a part of it. It's a part
it's
of
part of
life.
it, definitely. Let me briefly show you guys the rest of the collections from Millie. So this is the exchange art. I actually remember the Backstreet Boy because I think I saw it when I was in Istanbul and it basically looked very familiar. Then the Working Hands collection has a number of working hands, which are all very cool, as you can see. And most of them are sold out. And there is a first version of Working Hands or first set, which feels like, more craftsmanship. Sashimi, interesting. No beef. Here is our favorite Jimmy Shoe. But I like these as well. The like butchery style thing. They're pretty
Yeah,
neat.
it was completely out of my comfort zone because I'm a prima donna. I don't get out into all these streets and go right into these markets because, as you know, India is a very populated country. Bombay is a very populated city. There's a lot of crowd there, and I encountered a lot of interesting things when I went to shoot. So
I
it,
can
it it was
imagine.
a challenge for me, but I'm very proud of myself.
As you should be. Here's a black and white where, we've seen the face photo, and
So
let
this was
me
my first
check
collection that I put out, the black and white.
okay. Black and white. This was the first. Wonderful. Good to know. And I have to say, probably that the face and the dance are probably the highlights of this for me. But then it depends on everybody.
Thank you.
Any last words? This was wonderful. I love your work. You already know that. Any last words? We've hit 13 minutes, which is a
I
little bit
uh,
longer, but it doesn't matter.
I just want to tell everyone that create whatever you believe in. Don't go by what is in demand or what people tell you. Do what, speaks to your heart, and that's it. Keep shining.
Wonderful. You've heard it, guys. Keep shining. And girls, of course. Thank you, Millie, for the time.
And
Thanks. And we'll see
thank
each
you
other
so much,
around.
BFG. I actually liked how we've connected one on one over here, and you got an in depth to my work. It feels really nice, and thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And you got it, guys. Links are in the show notes. Enjoy your day. Thank you, Millie. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.